Did you know there's a lake that turns animals into stone statues? Or a cave sealed off from the outside world for 5.5 million years, where life survives without sunlight? And a river so hot it can literally boil you alive? Planet Earth hides places so bizarre they feel impossible, yet every one of them is 100% real. Buckle up for 30 mind-blowing locations that will completely change how you see our planet. Fact 30. The door to hell, Turkmenistan. Let's kick things off with a literal gateway to the underworld. The door to hell is a massive methane crater that's been burning continuously since 1971. That's over 50 years of non-stop flames. Soviet scientists accidentally created this inferno during a drilling accident, and here's the kicker. They thought it would burn out in a few weeks. Spoiler alert, it didn't. The crater is 230 feet wide and glows like an apocalyptic campfire in the middle of the desert. Scientists never intended this eternal flame, but nature had other plans. Fact 29. Lake Hillier, Australia. Australia isn't just home to deadly spiders and kangaroos. It's also got a lake that's naturally bubblegum pink. Lake Hillier's color doesn't come from pollution or algae, but from a pigment-producing microbe called Dunaliella salina. And here's what makes it truly insane. If you scoop the water into a bottle, it stays pink. Most pink lakes lose their color when removed, but not this one. It's like nature's own strawberry milkshake, minus the calories. Fact 28. Movel Cave, Romania. Imagine a cave completely sealed off from the surface for 5.5 million years. That's Movile Cave, and it's home to an ecosystem that survives on chemosynthesis instead of sunlight. The creatures inside have evolved in total darkness, feeding on sulfur-based bacteria. We're talking spiders, scorpions, and centipedes that have never seen the sun and never will. It's the closest thing to alien life we've found on Earth. Fact 27. Socotra Island, Yemen. Welcome to the most alien place on Earth, at least according to scientists. Socotra Island is home to over 700 plant and animal species found absolutely nowhere else on the planet. The iconic dragon blood tree looks like an umbrella designed by aliens, and when you cut it, it bleeds crimson red sap. This island has been isolated for so long that evolution went completely off script. Fact 26. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Here's a lake straight out of a horror movie. Lake Natron has such extreme alkalinity, pH levels up to 10.5, that it turns animals into natural stone-like mummies. Birds and bats that crash into the lake get preserved instantly, their bodies calcified by the salt and soda. Photographer Nick Brandt captured haunting images of these petrified creatures. And yes, it's absolutely real. Fact 25. The Bermuda Triangle, Atlantic Ocean. The Bermuda Triangle isn't just a spooky legend. While it's not supernatural, it is one of the world's most heavily trafficked shipping lanes with unusual magnetic anomalies and unpredictable storms. The combination of human error, equipment failure, and violent weather has created a perfect storm of disappearances. The mystery isn't aliens, it's nature being absolutely brutal. Fact 24. The Zone of Silence, Mexico. Radio signals mysteriously fail in this remote stretch of Mexican desert, and it's not science fiction. The Zone of Silence has high concentrations of magnetic minerals and meteorite metals in the soil that interfere with radio waves. Compasses spin wildly, and communication equipment goes haywire. Scientists have confirmed the phenomenon, though conspiracy theorists have added their own creative explanations. Fact 23. The Boiling River, Peru. Deep in the Amazon rainforest flows a river that can literally kill you with heat. The boiling river stretches for 4 miles and reaches temperatures up to 203 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to make tea or cook you alive. This isn't volcanic activity. It's a genuine geothermal phenomenon where superheated water rises from deep within the earth. Local shamans have known about it for generations, but scientists only recently confirmed its existence. Fact 22. Mount Roraima, Venezuela/Brazil/Guyana. Mount Roraima is a flat-topped table mountain so isolated that it evolved species found nowhere else on Earth. Its vertical walls rise 1,300 feet straight up, creating a natural fortress. The summit is constantly shrouded in clouds and mist, and the landscape looks like something from a prehistoric world. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle used it as inspiration for The Lost World, and honestly, he wasn't far off. Fact 21. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. Welcome to one of the hottest, most hostile places on Earth. The Danakil Depression regularly hits 122 degrees Fahrenheit with toxic sulfur pools and neon-colored acidic lakes that look like alien landscapes. Scientists consider it one of the closest analogs to Mars we have on Earth. Despite the extreme conditions, extremophile bacteria thrive here, giving us clues about how life might exist on other planets. Fact 20. Naka Crystal Cave, Mexico. Deep beneath a Mexican mountain lies a cave containing the largest natural crystals on Earth, some reaching 36 feet long. But here's the catch. Temperatures inside exceed 120 degrees Fahrenheit with 100% humidity. Without protective cooling suits, you die within minutes. These selenite crystals took over 500,000 years to grow, and they're so massive, they look like Superman's Fortress of Solitude. Fact 19. Great Blue Hole, Belize. From space, it looks like a giant eye staring back at you. The Great Blue Hole is a perfectly circular marine sinkhole 1,043 feet across and over 400 feet deep. Its deep layers contain oxygen-free water full of toxic hydrogen sulfide, creating a deadly zone where nothing survives. Jacques Cousteau declared it one of the top diving sites in the world, though only experienced divers dare explore its depths. Fact 18. Blood Falls, Antarctica. Antarctica has a waterfall that bleeds. Blood Falls is a crimson cascade flowing from beneath Taylor Glacier, and it's not paint or algae, it's iron. The water comes from a lake trapped under the ice for 2 million years, completely cut off from oxygen and sunlight. When the iron-rich water hits the air, it oxidizes instantly, turning blood red. It's like the continent itself is bleeding. Fact 17. The Catatumbo Lightning, Venezuela. Imagine a storm that produces up to 280 lightning strikes per hour, up to 260 nights per year. That's the Catatumbo lightning, a meteorological phenomenon over Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela. The unique atmospheric conditions, warm Caribbean air meeting cold Andes, winds over methane-rich swamps, create an endless electrical show. It's so consistent that sailors once used it for navigation. Fact 16. Island of the Dolls, Mexico. Deep in the canals of Xochimilco floats an island covered with thousands of dolls hanging from trees. The Island of the Dolls was created by a caretaker named Don Julian Santana, who hung dolls to appease the spirit of a drowned girl. It's not supernatural, but it's visually terrifying. The dolls are decaying, missing limbs, and staring at you with hollow eyes. Nightmare fuel, anyone? If you're enjoying the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate your support. Fact 15. Lake Baikal Ice Rings, Siberia. Perfect circular ice rings up to 2.5 miles wide mysteriously appear on Lake Baikal in Siberia, and they're only visible from satellites. For years, they baffled scientists until they discovered the cause. Rising methane gas from the lake floor creates circular currents that thin the ice from below. These ephemeral formations appear and disappear like crop circles made by nature. Fact 14. Pamukkale, Turkey. Pamukkale, meaning cotton castle in Turkish, looks like a winter wonderland, but it's actually warm. White terraces cascade down the hillside, formed from calcium-rich thermal water that hardens into travertine. People have bathed in these pools for thousands of years, and the formations are so unique that Pamukkale is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's snow that never melts and water that builds mountains. Fact 13. Fly Geyser, Nevada, USA. This psychedelic alien landscape was created completely by accident. In 1964, a drilling operation punctured a geothermal pocket, and mineral-rich water has been erupting ever since. Over 60 years, the minerals built colorful towers in shades of red, green, and yellow. Fly Geyser sits on private land, making it one of the most exclusive accidental wonders in America. Fact 12. Yonaguni Monument, Japan. Underwater off the coast of Japan lies a massive rock formation that looks suspiciously man-made. The Yonaguni Monument features what appear to be steps, terraces, and right angles. While some claim it's a lost civilization or even Atlantis, geologists confirm it's natural sandstone erosion. But the formations are so geometric that the debate continues to this day. Fact 11. Eternal Flame Falls, New York, USA. Behind a waterfall in upstate New York burns a tiny flame that never goes out. The Eternal Flame Falls is fed by naturally leaking methane from deep rock layers. Occasionally, the flame gets extinguished by water or wind, but hikers can simply relight it with a match. It's a reminder that Earth is literally full of flammable gas just waiting to ignite. Fact 10. Crooked Forest, Poland. In a small corner of Poland stand 400 pine trees all bent at 90-degree angles near their base before growing straight up. The crooked forest has puzzled visitors for decades. The most likely explanation? Human intervention in the 1930s, possibly to create curved wood for furniture or boat building. But why only these trees? And why was the technique never used again? The mystery remains. Fact 9. Spotted Lake, Canada. Every summer, Canada's Spotted Lake evaporates into hundreds of colorful mineral pools. Rich in magnesium sulfate, calcium, sodium sulfates, silver, and titanium, the lake creates a polka dot pattern visible from the highway. Indigenous peoples consider it sacred, and during World War I, minerals from the lake were used to manufacture ammunition. It's beautiful, bizarre, and historically significant. Fact 8. Caño Cristalis, Colombia. Called the River of Five Colors, or the Liquid Rainbow, Caño Cristalis explodes with red, yellow, green, blue, and black hues. The colors come from an aquatic plant called Macarenia clavigera that blooms between wet and dry seasons. For a few months each year, this river transforms into the most colorful waterway on Earth. It's not chemicals or pollution, just nature showing off. Fact 7. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. The world's largest salt flat becomes Earth's biggest mirror during rainy season. Salar de Uyuni stretches over 4,000 square miles, and when covered with a thin layer of water, it reflects the sky with almost zero distortion. You can't tell where the ground ends and the sky begins. It's also sitting on top of 50 to 70% of the world's lithium reserves, making it both beautiful and valuable. Fact 6. Devil's Kettle, Minnesota, USA. For decades, half of the Brule River disappeared into a hole called Devil's Kettle, and nobody knew where it went. Scientists dropped dye, ping-pong balls, and GPS trackers into the hole, but nothing ever emerged downstream. The mystery was finally solved in 2017. The water rejoins the main river underground through a complex network of fractures, but for years, it was one of geology's greatest mysteries. Fact 5. The Dead Sea, Israel/Jordan. The Dead Sea is so salty, up to 34% salinity, that people float effortlessly like corks. It's also Earth's lowest land elevation at 1,412 feet below sea level. The salt concentration is so high that almost nothing can survive in it, hence the name. But here's the problem. The Dead Sea is dying, shrinking by about 3 feet per year due to water diversion and mineral extraction. Fact 4. Bioluminescent bays, Puerto Rico. Mosquito Bay in Puerto Rico glows electric blue when disturbed, and it's the brightest bioluminescent bay in the world according to Guinness World Records. The glow comes from dinoflagellates, microscopic plankton that emit light when agitated. Swim through the water, and you leave a trail of blue sparkles. It's like swimming through liquid starlight. Fact 3. Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, USA. Kentucky's Mammoth Cave is the world's longest known cave system, with over 420 miles of surveyed passageways, and new sections are still being discovered. To put that in perspective, you could walk from New York to Philadelphia without seeing daylight. The cave has been used by humans for at least 6,000 years, and it contains everything from underground rivers to massive chambers. Fact 2. Ice Caves of Iceland. Beneath Iceland's glaciers form crystal blue ice caves that exist for only a few months before melting or collapsing. These caves are constantly shifting. Some exist for just weeks before becoming too dangerous to enter. The blue color comes from compressed ice that absorbs all colors except blue. It's like stepping inside a frozen sapphire, but one that could collapse at any moment. Fact 1. Movile Cave's ecosystem, the ultimate impossibility, and the #1 place that shouldn't exist? We're going back to Movile Cave because the more you learn about it, the more impossible it becomes. This cave has been sealed for 5.5 million years with an atmosphere containing half the oxygen of normal air and 100 times more carbon dioxide. The air is toxic to humans, yet 48 species thrive there, 33 found nowhere else on Earth. These creatures have evolved without eyes, without pigment, and without any connection to the surface world. They survive on a food chain based entirely on chemosynthetic bacteria that feed on sulfur and ammonia. It's a completely alien ecosystem on our own planet, proving that life finds a way even in the most impossible conditions. From burning craters to pink lakes, from boiling rivers to frozen caves, our planet is far stranger than we ever imagined. These places prove that reality is often more incredible than fiction. If you enjoyed this journey through Earth's most impossible locations, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment with the most surprising fact you learned. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.